Numbers don't tell the whole story about change, of course. Here is a part of a 1963 yearbook entry. I've changed the graduate's name, okay? Jane. This is out of the 1963 yearbook, all right? It's online if you want to look. Jane has been at York since the beginning and achieved the ambition of every female student at York, a man. She had married another York student, and I doubt very much if that remark about ambition would be made now. Housewife is a description of Jane in the next yearbook. That's the yearbook that shows 6 men from the first class at law school, including the well-known activist lawyer Clayton Ruby. None of the women are at law school or anything comparable. The statistics about faculty and women and students at York, in fact, reflect a major shift in Canadian life from when professional women were the exception, and girls' aspirations at university were indeed often what was sometimes called, my daughter remembers about this, the MRS degree. Jane. So it is an unbelievably different world for all of you, men and women both, now that women participate so fully in the hopes and the uncertainties of the new millennium, but they do it not just as housewives at home, but also at work. Back to Virgil and York's motto. There used to be something called sortes Virgilianis, like consulting the Bible or the I Ching for advice about problems. Just open the works of Virgil on any page and see what suggestions you get. Now, sometimes this really was helpful. If you hit the right passage, you would be told that love conquers all. Famously, Virgil also said, fortune favors the bold. Fortune means something like luck here. It's a recommendation to be daring. There will be times when you do need to be bold, to take a leap into the unknown. This university did just that. More often, what I think of as the maritime version of views about luck applies. I live in Nova Scotia now, and we have a slightly different perspective than Ontario's. There's a proverb that goes, the wind and the waves favor the prudent mariner. The wind and the waves favor the prudent mariner. It means be very, very careful. Keep your paper charts, even when you have GPS. Your time at York should have given you the knowledge and the ways of thinking that the prudent mariner needs. But I also want to recommend to you a notion from the International Regulation of Navigation. I Googled that proverb and I found a lot of nice stuff, and this is one of the things. In the International Collision Avoidance Regulations, that all has caps, detailed prescriptions about how a ship's captain should act to avoid collisions are given. And then they're followed by something called, and I'm quoting here, the General Prudential Rule. The General Prudential Rule reads in part, in construing and complying with these rules, due regard shall be had to any special circumstances which may make a departure from the above rules necessary. So being prudent sometimes includes disregarding the rules, being imaginative, being daring when necessary. You have no choice. The way must be tried. You will have to face the world as it is and the unpredictable future as it may be. Be prudent, but also be bold, and be lucky as you were to be educated here. I wish you well.